All right, breaking news coming in as of now in the bulletin. Harbhajan Singh, the cricketer, has accused a pilot of Jet Airways of racism. Harbhajan Singh tweeted his displeasure with Jet Airways pilot and accused him of being racist towards an elderly Indian lady and also assaulting a physically challenged man. This is what Harbhajan Singh has tweeted. Jet Airways pilot called my fellow Indian bloody Indian, get out of my flight. He further says not only was he racist but also assaulted a lady and abused a physically challenged man. This is the latest that we are getting in now. Harbhajan Singh further says absolutely disgraceful and shame on Jet Airways. Strict action must be taken. Cricketer Harbhajan Singh now taking on the Jet Airways, accusing them of, or one of their pilots, of being racist. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Shobit, is joining me live from the newsroom for more on this. Shobit, do we have details of what flight was this? Where was Harbhajan going? And the incident in detail.
Ankit, we are still awaiting details of Harbhajan Singh's travel plans. However, today, sometime back, Harbhajan vented out his anger against Jet Airways and their pilot, accusing the pilot, who he named, of not only harassing a lady but also assaulting her. He also accused the Jet Airways pilot of harassing an elderly, physically challenged man. So, very, very strict charges that Harbhajan Singh has against the Jet Airways pilot. He tweeted that earlier today, and clearly he termed the entire incident as disgraceful, also urged Jet Airways to take action against this racist pilot. He termed the entire incident as racism. He also quoted the pilot of calling Indian passengers as bloody Indians. So very serious charges that Indian cricketer has made, and it will be, we'll have to wait for Jet Airways response. We don't have any response from them yet. However, Harbhajan Singh, well, Mumbai Indians are going to play their next match on the 29th, so he still has 2 days rest. They are playing in Rajkot, the Mumbai Indians, on 29th. As far as Harbhajan Singh is concerned, he's had a great IPL tournament, and he'll be looking forward to more such performances on the field. However, off the field, in the flight, there's certainly something, a racial incident that has angered
Shobit, just stay on with me. Let me also bring in our civil aviation correspondent, Anando Banerjee, who is joining me for more on this story. Anando, could you tell us if there is any clarity on which flight was it and what exactly is the incident? And apart from that, has the Jet Airways reacted so far?
Well, the Jets have refused to react on the matter, but we have very highly spoken with the Jet Airways that has spoken to a while back, and they have confirmed that A, the incident is long back, or that happened allegedly on a day of 6th of April, which is a few weeks back. And then also it happened on a flight that is from Chandigarh to Mumbai. These are two facts that come to the fore. But also another fact that has come to the fore, that immediately after the matter was raised by Harbhajan himself, that day an inquiry was constituted, and that inquiry is pending. Even as we speak, that inquiry is on, as well as the very serious allegations of racial discriminations and racial slurs against one of his expat pilots is concerned. But they are also confused the fact that why a matter of so old that happened on the day of 6th of April is being resurrected by Harbhajan Singh, a stature of man of Harbhajan Singh.
Right. Just stay on with me, Anando. Let me also bring in Vikrant Gupta, editor of sports, who is joining us for more on this. Vikrant, have you been able to speak to Harbhajan Singh? What angered him? I mean, it's very clear from his tweet that he did not like the way this pilot behaved with the people on that flight. Any word, any elaboration on that?
I just spoke to Harbhajan. In fact, Ankit, Harbhajan will be on India today after my phone in. Two things, obviously. A, an Indian citizen being treated like that by an expatriate pilot. I mean, Harbhajan's contention is that these guys earn their money in India from the Indians, and then they've got no right to racially abuse the Indians. Secondly, the person, the disabled person, is known to Harbhajan Singh. He's a very famous Punjabi musician, Jitendra Shah, and the fact that the matter was raised by them on the on the 3rd of April, and we are nearing the end of this month. So the Jet Airways did not take any action. They've not even apologized to the passenger. So that is what has prompted Harbhajan Singh to tweet. Now see, the moment Harbhajan Singh tweets and the media gets the attention, that is what I think Harbhajan wanted. In fact, you will have him with yourself in a very, very short time. You can ask him the details as well.
Vikrant, you're giving us details on this. Jet Airways so far has failed to take action, but this is going to be big now. I mean, Jet Airways cannot afford the kind of negative publicity when it comes to, Harbhajan taking them on. He's a very, very popular cricketer. A lot of people follow him. This is extremely negative publicity for Jet Airways.
Not just Harbhajan Singh. I mean, Harbhajan Singh is just the messenger, Ankit. He's just raised the point. Harbhajan hasn't suffered. Somebody else has.
Okay.
He's an Indian.
Vikrant, I just request you to stay on. As you were saying, Harbhajan Singh is with us on the phone line himself. Harbhajan, thank you so much for speaking to us here on India Today. First of all, if you could describe this incident to us, what exactly happened and when did this situation take place?
Well, a friend of mine, she told me about this incident happened with her while she was flying to Chandigarh. And they were flying from Bombay to Chandigarh and, Chandigarh to Bombay. And a very dear friend of mine, Jatinder Shah, who's a well-known Punjabi music director, who's, he's physically disabled.
Okay, there seems to be some problem in the connection. Harbhajan, if you can still hear me, this incident, I believe, happened quite a few days back. Why did you choose to speak about it right now? Okay, we seem to have lost that line with Harbhajan Singh. We'll try and get him back. Let me just try and see if Vikrant is still with us. Okay, Vikrant is still with us. Vikrant, till time, we try and reconnect with Harbhajan Singh. He was describing that incident to us. He took some time. That means he gave an opportunity to Jet Airways to respond to the allegation or to respond to the complaint that was made.
Come to think of it, Ankit, there's an Indian, a famous Indian who's disabled, who travels with Jet Airways. He is racially abused by a pilot who's not of the Indian origin. And the person goes and complains to the Jet Airways. He waits for about 20-25 days. No action's been taken. I mean, the moment Harbhajan Singh tweets about it, obviously it's all over in the media.
Okay. Vikrant, I just request you to stay on. Harbhajan is back on the phone line. Harbhajan, thank you so much. The line got disconnected. You were telling us about this incident. I believe it took place a few days back. You waited for some time. Did Jet Airways in the meantime, did they speak to you or to your friend?
No, actually I got to know yesterday itself about this whole incident, what happened. A friend of mine, Pooja, who's a friend of my wife actually, she told us about this incident happened with them, and this pilot was really, really, in very rude and, his behavior was, totally racist, and he can't tell us, you bloody Indians, we are proud Indians, we are not bloody Indians, and he is no one to tell us who we are and what we do. He is earning in our country. He can't just tell us what he feels or whatsoever.
Absolutely, absolutely, and this is something that is unacceptable. Harbhajan, was there a complaint or some sort of it was registered with Jet Airways? Did they react to that?
He tried, talking to Jet Airways, and obviously they were also standing there and listening to what obviously pilot was saying. So they all heard what he said and stuff, but no action so far have taken against the pilot, and nothing happened. Even she's gone to the police station in Chandigarh and lodged, or Mumbai, lodged a complaint. They didn't took the FIR, but they took NC. So no action has been taken so far. by the police or the Jet Airways against this pilot, and he have no right to call us bloody Indians.
Harbhajan, I'll just request you to please stay on with us. We've just got a statement from Jet Airways. I would just like to read that quickly out to you. The statement says that the spokesperson, in fact, of Jet Airways has said Jet Airways has zero tolerance towards any action of its employees that contravenes local or international laws prevalent in the countries of its operation. Additionally, we have a strict employee code of conduct which is based on values and ethos of the airline. This is clearly mentioned in the prescribed service conditions for employees and is adequately emphasized during internal training sessions. All airline employees, staff members are required to comply with company's rules and regulations and with customs and security laws of the country that Jet Airways flies to. Corrective action will be taken as per company policy and after due investigation. As regards to this incident, Jet Airways has noted guest feedback with concern and regrets the incident. The airline has a policy initiated a full-fledged investigation based on specific inputs from guests concerned, departments and agencies. The above is without prejudice or to all our rights in this regard. This is what Jet Airways is saying, Harbhajan. They are saying that now they are initiating an inquiry. Do you feel that if you wouldn't have taken it up, possibly this would have just been brushed into the carpet, nothing would have happened?
Earlier, it happened on 3rd of April. Where were they at, all this time? They could have done it long back. It's just not about, me or someone else who's a bit, obviously known figure who's talking about these incidents. We are all equal, and every Indian should be treated like a normal human being. They can't just insult us saying that we are bloody Indians. We are not. We are proud Indian. And whoever this pilot is, tell him he's working here, earning from our pockets, and he should be not apologizing. Jet should sack him and send him back to his own country to earn his money.
Do you think that this statement is just a lip service? They are saying we'll get an investigation done. Already it's been so many days that this incident took place. It's possibly that after you tweeting it out, media taking it up, now they feel it's bad publicity, and that is why they've just come up with a statement to right now just to try and calm things down.
Yes, obviously, where were they? They could have done it much earlier than this. This is not the way. Whatever. Their pilot just can't be so rude, and they can talk whatever they feel like. And this is a very racial abuse, and they not just called just a bloody Indian, and also they pushed this lady as well. This pilot pushed this lady as well, and saying that get out of my flight. That's not his private charter or whatsoever.
Harbhajan, your voice, of course, is heard by millions. You are an icon to so many, not only cricketers, youth all across the country. Harbhajan, would you, as we have seen in many cases, if Jet Airways is still trying to dilly-dally, would you in fact like to make some sort of an appeal to the people? Would you want people to boycott till the time Jet Airways takes some appropriate action? This is something unacceptable.
Well, I would like each and every Indian to be united with this, incident, whatever happens. So no one like me or any Indian should face any racial abuse in our own country by someone who's working here. So strict action should be taken. So I want each and every Indian to unite together to fight with these people who are just trying to tell us who we are or what we are. We are proud Indians. So they can go back to their own country and do what they want to do there and call their own people whatsoever.
Harbhajan, thank you so much for highlighting this issue. Before I let you go, very quickly, my last question to you. As you've been saying that Jet Airways should sack him, would you be taking it up as a campaign? You've already started this. Would you be taking it till the time Jet Airways doesn't sack this pilot, a campaign of sorts?
Well, if it needed, then of course we all need to come together and do the best what we can do to make sure none of the Indians should be insulted by these people.
Harbhajan Singh, thank you so much for speaking to India today and highlighting this issue. Harbhajan Singh just speaking to us, telling us about how this incident took place with a friend of his, and now he's saying that the Jet Airways should take a strict action. Let me just take you once again to the statement that we have been able to get from Jet Airways. The spokesperson of the Jet Airways has told India Today that Jet Airways has zero tolerance towards any action of its employees that contravenes local or international law prevalent in the country of its operation. Additionally, we have a strict employee code of conduct which is based on values and ethos of the airline. This clearly mentioned in the prescribed service conditions of employees and is adequately emphasized during internal training sessions. All airline employees, staff members are required to comply with company's rules and regulations and with the customs and security laws of the country that Jet Airways flies to. Corrective action will be taken as per company policy and after due investigation. As regards the said incident, Jet Airways has noted guest feedback with concern and regrets the incident. The airline has, as per policy, initiated a full-fledged investigation based on specific inputs from guests, concerned departments and agencies.